Hello, everybody.
Hi. I'm almost done.
There we go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Today was a weird day weather-wise.
It really has been a weird day here. Rain, sun, rain, sun, rain.
Even Gio said so. He's like, today was weird.
Yeah, it's dark. I didn't know how the lighting would be. It was really bad downstairs. I was going to set up downstairs. And so this room up here has more windows, and it's, I guess, just being up above the trees and stuff like that helps. But yeah, it's very gray. Hi, everybody.
I can see sun, though.
Come join us. Come join us. Come knit. Grab your knitting.
What are you knitting, Jillian?
I brought two things to work on. So I have my big sweater, my Marled Magic, which I'm not gonna. I might sit and knit on it, but I'm not really gonna show it because we're leaving the mystery of whether or not I actually finish it in time for when Jess and Allison come down in a week and a half. Is that?
Well,
No.
yeah.
Ugh.
Next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yep. So yeah, we're going to leave it a mystery whether or not I can get it finished on time. My confidence isn't great, as you just noticed. So it might not surprise people. It will all depend what happens over the next couple of days.
We're not even going to talk about mine, so there you go.
A week and a half, Jessica. Yep, I know. I'm excited to see you. May or may not be wearing my Hold Me Double sweater for a couple of reasons, because even if I get it done, it's end of May. And it's
it's
like a kilo of yarn. It's a lot. At least. It's going to be, we were supposed to weigh yours.
Mine was, like, does 600 grams make sense?
Well, he told us to collect like 1,500. But you had a lot left over. It's possible.
For some reason, that number's in my head, but I don't know. Like, I bought a lot of yarn for mine, right? Like, I bought probably twice as much as I needed. So
yeah, I don't think I picked out enough, to be honest. Like, I picked out just enough. I'm still gonna put together. This is the main reason I need. This is the main reason I need to finish. Is because I want to give away the leftovers. But I'm still gonna put together and probably add to it to make sure people have a good quantity of grays. But yeah, I didn't pick enough. Like, I do still have a skein in here that I didn't wind, a full 100-gram skein, which I might wind and use as part of the back for going down the back or whatever. But really, like, I've ran out of a few things, like totally used the balls right up for a couple things. So yeah, we'll see. I'll update everybody when I'm done how much. Sarah says hers was 3 pounds. I brought Sarah's sweater up finally because
it's been sitting around.
I feel like we've recorded 3 or 4 times since she finished it, and she's like, here, show it on the podcast. And every time I forget to bring it forward. The one time I'm like, oh, I'll go grab it, and never went. So but it is at my feet right now, so I will grab that and show it. And I figured if this air conditioning gets cold up here, because I'm wearing short sleeves, it shouldn't. It's not. I don't have it like blasting, but then I have Sarah's sweater to put on. I feel like I need to walk away from my knitting for the afternoon. I'm failing at everything. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. I feel like, you go in thinking and everything's difficult and everything's hard. And Andy, do you have anything super easy? Do you have like a sock? Something that you could just, I don't know if socks are super easy for you, but just something really plain, just knit stitch, where you don't have to pay attention to increases or decreases. You graduated college on Saturday. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Congratulations.
That must feel so good. Oh my goodness. Such a relief and pride. That's awesome. I feel like I missed some stuff. Hi, Robin. Okay, I'm going to take a second and I'll show Sarah's sweater the best I can. We'll get pictures. Because Sarah, I don't think you've taken pictures yet to put it on your Ravelry or anything, have you? Did you post it in the group? Because you finished it on time. This is heavy.
It's so pretty though.
It is. Who knows what it's called? I don't know how to get this neck to lay the way I want it to.
By Park.
Oh, Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
By Park Williams. Is that her name? Park Williams, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if. Oh no, your interchangeables. Did stitches drop? Oh, that really sucks. What was I gonna say? Oh, Sarah, did you post it in the Park Cal? Apparently, there might be a Park Cal. I'm gonna stand up and show it, but this was a mystery thing for Sarah. Jillian and I gathered scraps, some of our scraps, and put together the colors and stuff, and chose a pattern and gave it to Sarah, and this is what she made for the Hold My Double Knit Along. So I don't know how to use this camera. Remember, I'll turn the wrong way. So it doesn't go through the whole rainbow. We did blue to purple to pink, and it is super, super heavy. Like, the sleeves are all puffy and huge. I do not know how to use these cameras. I swear. And we'll get pictures and add them to the group. But it's worsted weight held with.
Is it two worsted weight?
Two fingering weights, Sarah? I think it is. I think
we used worsted weight.
No, we picked through all the sock yarn. Maybe it's only one fingering. I think it might be it's two fingerings. Yeah, no, we picked a worsted weight to go through the whole thing, and then the scraps we picked were all sock. Yeah. So Sarah marled 2 different sock yarns and changed them out randomly, and then held somebody remix all the way through. So we chose, is it just 3 colors? I think it's just 3 colors of remix: the blue, purple, and then the lighter pink.
I don't remember. It was too long ago. It looks like that though.
Yeah, 3 colors.
Yeah, for her pattern, like I did the Aqua Marlene, and it was the same kind of thing where it was like a bulky and that you could hold whatever combos. So each, like I did mine as a rainbow one, and each section or each, like I'm holding tons of different combos throughout them. So it's a good stash buster.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind making it. I might do that. add it to my many to be casted on lists.
I think you need a board like Jess and Allison have. So when you have ones that you want to make, you can stick them up on the board so you remember.
Where was this? Was it a podcast that I didn't log into till the very end? Or
I don't think so. They mentioned it a couple times where they have like a board that has some of their patterns up on it. They haven't shown it, but
Yes. Text me a picture of your board if you're near it or you have a picture. I do. Well, you know that. I need stuff like that. I need a visual reminder. But then it does start to I stop noticing it, but at least I know where to look when.
Well, yeah, that way if you have something that you want to, I'm going to turn my camera so I can lean against my chair like this. Yeah, you know where you can look when you're ready to do something, because you've printed some of the patterns. We have a file folder like on the wall, right, with them, but they're not like spread out across the board.
I change my mind frequently, so who knows? It's like a physical Ravelry queue. I could totally do that. I have like 3 large cork boards leaning up against the wall up here. That could take up a lot of space. Make it huge. Do it down the hallway. Yeah. I had other ideas for that hallway, but
this one's easier. You just put the breakboards up. Yeah, because you could just print off like the first page, or just print off like a picture of it with the name of the pattern and stick them up.
Yeah. I still do like paper patterns for some things. It really depends, but I'm also using my iPad a lot more for referencing the pattern, so I probably don't need it too often. It will just depend on what I'm working on. I could go without a paper pattern. I don't absolutely need it.
I like paper patterns because I write all my notes on there. Even though I have, like, we have Knit Companion and I used that. I don't know, there's something about a physical copy that I don't know. I often have both.
I think it's the way my memory works why I like the paper. I can picture the information where it is by like turning a page and knowing exactly where it was, where when it's digital, all that leaves, and it's I don't get the same reference points. So for instance, this one, the Marled Magic, like there's 14 sections. So there's all these pages and you're flipping through. I have this like feel for where it's going to be, but I don't know. It still works. But there's been a few, I should open my iPad, because there's been a few projects lately that I've done completely without printing it. Now, see, this is why I don't get any knitting done. Knitting's down, iPad's coming out.
So I think so the socks that I just started, they're supposed to be like travel socks, like on the go socks. So I don't have a pattern for those. They're just on my phone.
I don't do too much.
I have right now.
So there's all sorts of patterns in here that I've never started. It's a good use of my money. The Felix cardigan, I've never printed that one off. Peep Show, I think I did completely from here. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Anyway. But yeah. So, For those of you who joined us 2 weeks ago when we were live, we spontaneously came up with a knit along idea because of something that Sarah had said. I think what we were just must have been talking about whips, right? And like finish it or frog it or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. And then, so yeah, Sarah had like 4 or 5 F words in her comment, and then we went on a tangent about a knit along, or a finish along or whatever, make along. The F it make along. Did we say make? Is that what we?
Yeah.
So we've put some threads up on Ravelry and come up with a kind of general idea to follow along. And this is just, it's probably more an organizational of all your stuff, like your whips and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with casting on new things. I almost cast on new socks to start tonight, which I really shouldn't. I need to finish this sweater. I have a couple shawls I want to cast on for Jess and Allison's shawl knit along. And again, I probably shouldn't cast anything new on because I have 1, 2.
Did you?
I didn't complete my list.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm half talking. So we were going through our whips. And so what we decided for these first 2 weeks of the F-It make along, it's time to gather your whips.
This week's challenge?
Yeah, this week's challenge is to gather all your whips, find your whips, and post them to the Ravelry group. Put them into Ravelry if you like to keep track of your projects that way and they haven't made it there yet. And see what you can decide about what you're going to do with them. So
I don't think there's a thread right now on Ravelry for like this week's challenge. So I'll add that.
Okay.
When we're done here. But there is a thread for like whips. So you can kind of take a look at whips because it's got the list of categories.
Yeah. So like finish it, frog it, forget it, friend it. I think those were I
think that's the 3 for whips.
Yeah. So, so Sarah's saying she has a couple things that she doesn't wear because she wants to fix to make them fit better. And so, yeah, Sarah, that's our plan is to go through all those kind of things. So we're going to start with whips. But of course you can grab out your stuff, but we're going to start with whips and pull those out and kind of decide what you're doing with them. What's their plan? Are they getting frogged? Are they moving on? Are you actively trying to finish them? For me, this isn't a finish it now kind of thing. It's not if I say it's in my finish it, I have to have it finished. But what I'm kind of looking at the finish it aspect of it is the projects that I'm going to kind of actively try to finish within the parameters of this knit along. So we decided to take it all the way till fall because it's an F word and we need as many F words as we can. So we're going to take it all the way to the first day of fall. And so I'm going to look at all my whips and decide if sorry, I'm laughing at Sarah's. She just saw the find it. Yep, it is funny because I think I've gathered my whips.
I just found one when we were getting ready to do this. It's like I thought I had them all together. I thought I
Yeah.
had more, but like some like older ones. And I just found like a newer whip that was not with everything else. I was like,
Yeah.
so
Like I've gathered my whips a few times for the podcast, so I think I have them. I don't think there's I don't know. I think I have them. Or if something's not physically in front of me, I do have some lists on Ravelry of where I was a few months ago and stuff like that. So I should have a reminder of anything that might be missing. But so I'm going to go through my whips and I'm going to determine if I'm going to work on them over the next, 3 months, 4 months until fall and try and have them done before sweater. I'm not going to say that word because it's a hard one. Somebody help me.
sweater weather.
Sweater weather. Anyway, not that I'm not going to cast on 5 or 6 or 7 things in the meantime as well, but I just kind of want to know. And then for me, forget it means it's a long-term project. I'm not actively working to get it finished. And but I want it. I still want to keep it. So I have a couple blankets, or at least one blanket. And I don't know. I haven't actually looked at everything and decided what category it falls into, but definitely my blanket will be one of those ones that it's just going to go in the forget it thing. I'll work on it from time to time. I'm sure pulling it out, it's one of those mitered squared like memory blankets or coziest memories. And I'm sure pulling it out, I'll want to do a few squares and stuff on it. But it's not going to be like trying to get a blanket done because I'll never do that.
Yeah, I have a crochet blanket that I haven't touched in probably 3 or 4 years. I really should do it. Maybe when I pull it out, I will also
figure out what category.
I'll see how many other projects I have that I want to actually finish. Anyway, I was trying to look on my phone and I finally found it and then I closed it up. Let's see what it says on here.
There's at least three Sarahs in here tonight. Sarah Parker, you have a sweater you've been meaning to frog for a while. Yeah, the other thing we were thinking for like half-started projects, if you're not super attached to the yarn or don't need to repurpose it, you could forward it, friend it, move it on. At the stage it's at, you can go into the group and see if anybody in the group is willing to finish it. You could see if anybody's willing to finish it for you or just take it and finish it for themselves, let them know what size. I've done that a few times and it's kind of fun. But that being said, I have an endless supply of yarn, so I'm no longer super attached to most of my yarns anymore. Took a while. Took a while to get there, but that might be what I do instead of frog, depending on what it is. Like if it's just like a started sweater and I have a sweater's quantity of a yarn or something, then and it's only like just barely started, then yeah, I'm probably just gonna frog it or cut it off and start or put it back in the stash or start a new sweater. Yeah, the forwarded idea is good. So how many categories did we think of that we're going to work through? So we're going to look at whips and see what they fall into, and then we're going to look at your stash and see if there's anything there that needs to be moved on, or if you have plans for it. I forget what we had we have F words for them. But kind of like an organization and a revamping, and just, the spring
So
fluff
stash
your
was
stash so we can
stash
purchase.
was the same sort of thing. It was friend it, forward it,
Yeah.
and then fabricate it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, if you like a sweater's quantity worth of yarn that you've like
Yeah, like, do you
you
have
want to make a
plans for
sweater,
it?
or you had like, yeah, it's got a project in mind.
Yeah.
Like, that was the 2 for stash. And then
Do you see what Barb said?
nice. All right.
That's a long one. Are you
That
gonna
is a
pull
long
it
one.
out and finish it, Barb? Or friend it, or forward it, or forget it, or frog it? Ugh.
That's fine.
You definitely should pull it out. A blanket might be a hard one over the summer months, but
Yeah.
Sarah's saying there's 3 Sarahs on staff, and there were 5 Kims.
That's insane.
That is crazy. It's a lot.
How
My husband's 3 brothers were all dating Jens at the same time. That was weird.
that is weird. Like, what are the chances of that? Like, that's
Well, we are all children of the 80s. It was pretty pretty high chance, I think, really. But yeah.
And then our third category.
FOs. So like Sarah was already talking about. So find your finished knitwear, crochet wear, or household stuff, and if it's not getting use, like, why? Do you need to fix it? Do you need to make it fit better? Is it actually damaged and you're waiting to fix something? Should it be moved on, forwarded to a friend? You can frog it and repurpose the yarn, wash the yarn and repurpose it. If you don't know how to do that, maybe we can go over that in a few weeks' time or something.
I'll have to add fix it to the Ravelry listing as a like category for it.
Yeah.
Right now it just says friend it or forward it or fabricate it. A fresh which I guess is kind of like fix it, but or it's like you said, maybe it's more like the frogging it. And
so I can show an example of that right now. The reason we decided to put fabricate it for old or for FOs was Jillian said she had a couple shawls that she crocheted years ago. And she doesn't really like the yarn, so she'd like to redo it in yarn she likes better. So we were like, so kind of go through your finished objects, pick out the yarn, whether it's your stash or go buy some new stuff, and add it to your WIP pile by starting it again. And then hand off the old ones because you're not using it because you don't like it. So I need to talk about Michael's for a second. So my husband's name's Michael. When he was in school, small town, there were 4 Michaels in his grade, and they used to just sit them all at the same table and just like say Michael, and then they didn't have to differentiate between them. And then when we were either dating or when we were first married, if we were out at a mall or something and I heard somebody say Michael, I would turn and look. My husband was always like, it's not me. Like, don't look. But like, I'm used to, if I hear my name, I'm going to look. So I hear his name. I'm assuming somebody's calling him. And it's absolutely like never him. Right. So, and I think Mike too. I call him Michael, but most people call him Mike. So yeah, I would always turn and stuff. Sorry, reading things. Oh, Jennifer, maybe we need to hand it off if it doesn't fit. You got to try it on, see if you like it, see if it fits, and if not, let's give it a fresh home. Oh, freshen up. Freshen. I think I did I say, was that the word I used? Freshen, for like when we're going through the whips for what? I don't think we wrote it down, but for wash.
Yeah, but we don't, there wasn't a category for that. But yeah, that's.
So yes, in your whips, I think freshen should totally be one. If it's like, I love this whip still, and yeah, it's that time of year, right? We're gonna when we move on to the whip or to the FO category, we'll do that. If you haven't washed your woolens, we'll go through some stuff there, which I started to wash stuff today. And you guys want to see tragedy?
What did you do? What happened?
I washed my soldotna. Remember, what were we talking about? Soldotnas. We're gonna make
I wanted to read. Well, mine didn't work out. Mine's off. I have to do before pictures and after. Like mine's a whip. So
I washed my soldotna today, and I don't know. You see it? I don't know if there was a moth hole or what. Like the threads are definitely
like
broken there. It's like 3 to 5 stitches across the hole. It's huge. Right in the center. I'm like, is this the back? Like, I wondered if it maybe was the tails in the center, but it's not. It's the front. And I can't do these cameras. Anyway, so I use a spin dryer to take the water out. This is a feltable yarn. This is out of Patagonia, Juniper Moon's Patagonia. But I use a spin dryer, or I'll use my washing machine to get the water out. So I put it in the spin dryer, and when I pulled it out, it had this hole. It looks like maybe it either had a tear, and then when I spun it, it broke it, but I didn't see anything. It could have had a moth hole, and then again when I spun it, but I didn't see any signs of moths. Like I only pulled out 2 things to wash today. I looked at it, and
do you have some of that left? The colors left?
Yeah, I think we have a ball of, it's just the Patagonia Gold. I think there's a ball in the scrap stuff here at the shop, and the darker gray, there's probably like half balls of all of this here. Yeah. It's possible to mend it, and I'll definitely give it a try and ask, some of the people who are really good at mending, but like it's literally center chest. Like it couldn't be the armpit where you could just kind of like do a patch job. Yeah, like it's right there. Anyway, so I was actually really looking forward to starting to wear this for the summer. So I almost cast one on tonight again. I almost went and grabbed stuff downstairs to start another one, and I probably will. I just don't know what. I don't know if I want to use, I don't know what I want to use. I definitely want another Patagonia one, but I also kind of want something else. Like had this not had a hole in it, I probably would have made another one this year out of something else. So I don't know which one I would start first. I didn't make that. Patty of Forest City Knit Girls made it as a sample for us. I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff.
There was a F word that somebody said earlier, and I was trying to find it, and I can't find it now.
Robin, a spin dryer. So it's literally just I don't know, mine's probably about 2 feet tall. And it just has a spin cycle and like a spout where the water comes out. So like you have to have a bucket or something to catch the water or do it over a drain or whatever. And it just, you put in things that have already been soaked or washed and you spin the water out. It's what I use, and I believe it's what Jess and Allison use to spin out our yarn when we're dyeing. So after we've dyed, rinsed, and washed the yarn afterwards, we spin it out and it spins out most of the water, and then it just needs to hang to dry for a short period of time. So yeah, I do that with all the yarn, and that's how I wash all my hand knits. I've never had a problem. So this definitely wasn't the dryer. The dryer opened it up because I didn't know something was wrong, because it does, like, it's just like your spin cycle on your top loading washing machines. It pulls everything to the side. So it would have like, kind of pulled it to the side. Had I known there was something there, obviously I would have fixed it before washing it, but I didn't. Marg says it's definitely fixable. Well, if I can't figure it out, Marg, I know your address. And if you get a package in the mail, you might just get it. Ooh, duplicate stitch might be a fun idea. Sarah, with something like that, if you did duplicate stitch over all of the pink and it was too thick, you could then go, because you've caught all the stitches, you could then go and cut out the original color and it wouldn't even be there anymore. Carefully, we would do that, but that would be fun. Be a great practice in practicing your duplicate stitch.
Well, congrats, Melissa, on your first sweater. I'm glad it worked out.
Yay. That's awesome. I'm just reading that too. Sorry, I'm just reading everybody that commented while I was talking about my sweater.
I want to do this Soldotna. Mine is way too big, so I don't know if my tension was way off. It's not too bad at the top. It's almost too tight, and then it's way too loose at the end of my Soldotna.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should try a different yarn, or if I probably have enough without even undoing the one that I have. I want to leave the one that I have so I can have a before and after. I didn't do a swatch for it.
And sometimes you choose too big of a size for you. You're getting better at that now, right?
Remember that, but you remember it, like, it doesn't even fit. Like, it's way too big. It's like a 3X on like the body, like underneath the arms.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like that part's ridiculous. That was why I think I was just really afraid of all the little flecks at the bottom, like in the main body, and was just probably knitting too loose or something. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, Sarah, I thought that too. And I thought it was just that my tension was really tight at the top, that it was a little bit, but maybe it is just the pattern then.
Robin, no, I'm not worried about spinning out my hand knits. I am worried about that if this was a moth hole. So I don't know what kind of sleep I'll get tonight, because I'll probably be going through at least the dresser that this one was in, and yeah, taking everything, which anything that's wool in there was going to be making its way to be washed, over the next little while anyway. But I will be double checking. I check my stuff fairly regularly because I do live in the country in an old house. So bugs can get in easily, but and I have a lot of wool, so I check for moths, and I have pheromone traps in my house, and I check them regularly, but it very well could have been, or I have no idea. I could have caught it, the last time I wore it, and just snapped one thread, and then um yeah, but everything that I wash now will probably right now will probably get checked over pretty good before I wash it to make sure there's no holes. But no, the dryer itself doesn't really bother me. It's always worked for me, and I've never had an issue. So, and it works so well. Like this, I just spun this out like an hour and a half ago. It's damp, and I'm gonna lay it out to dry, but it will be dry by the time I get back here tomorrow morning. And I don't have 5 wet towels from rolling it in a towel and stomping on it. So I like it.
I know where I'll be washing all my woolens.
Yeah, you should definitely wash them here. It works really nice. My newest washing machine doesn't have a spin only cycle, or like an easy way to just go to the spin cycle, like it locks and stuff. So I don't have a good way to do it on my washing machine, which is how I did it before. I would put it I would use the tub completely. Sarah was saying she uses a garment bag so that it doesn't like stretch out, so it keeps it all together. So you soak your sweater in a garment bag, get a nice big one so there's enough room for your garment to like move around and stuff. Soak it and then go to the spin only, and like never agitate it, just spin it right out, which is how I do my superwash stuff too. I do not let it get agitated. But I used to do it in the tub, like in the washing machine tub, when I had the right cycles. So I'd fill a water level, put my wool wash in, let it soak in there, turn everything off so nothing started, and then let it soak for like a half an hour or whatever. And then you come back and you just move it to spin, and then it spins out all the water and it's done. No rinse, just spin only. So
I think my washing machine does actually have a spin cycle, so I could try that first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Robin's saying like her new washing machine. It's like, yeah, I hate that I can't like pre-soak things. Like I could stop the cycle if I wanted to, start it and then stop the cycle and let things soak if I wanted to, but you can't. But you have to like stop it. It doesn't. I like the older washing machines, and I've had a few washing machines. I think I've had all the lemons of washing machines out there. We've been in this house for 10 years now, and I'm on my 5th washing machine.
It's a lot.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it was like every summer my washing machine would break. It would lock, with all these new washing machines too, it would lock my clothes in them and I couldn't get them out. And the repair guy would come like 5 days later to the smelliest, nastiest, whatever, wet clothes that were in there, and I'd have to use the laundromat. I'm very sensitive to scents and the smells from the laundromat, from people's fabric softeners and stuff like that. Oh, it was just such a pain. Although I do like going to the laundromat for doing like all the loads at once and just being done. That was always fun. But yeah, it was ridiculous. So my newest one, which is actually 4 years old now, I think. Yeah, it's about 4 years old. So I went through all those washing machines in like the 6 years then, because it's been 4 years since I've had this one. That's ridiculous.
That's a lot.
I got a Speed Queen, which is what they use in laundromats. They like have the longest life and stuff. They've changed some things on them too. So I'm sure I won't get 25 years out of them like I should be able to, but
yeah, see? Get whatever Sarah's got, because
so I regret leaving my washing machine at my old house. Because it was my grandfather's washing machine. It was just like I don't know how old it was at that point, but not super super old. But it was still just a regular top loader with an agitator. It worked really well because my one there had broke. I had a Frigidaire set that I bought, and when it broke, whatever happened, I called the repair guy and he asked me what brand it was. And he said, it's not worth me coming out. I'm like, okay. And my friend who bought it at the same time as me, hers died like at around the same time. My neighbor who had it for like the same amount of time, hers died.
oof.
And my sister-in-law, we all had like Frigidaires that were, I can't remember the exact age. They were like 4 or 5 years old, 4 years old or whatever. And the washing machines went. And yeah, repair guys wouldn't even look at it because it was completely like they were just that bad. And so then I got my grandfather's washing machine. This is a really interesting knitting night. And then I got my grandfather's washing machine and then we sold the house. And they kept my washing machine. And I regret that because I have a feeling I'd still have that washing machine. Noelle, seriously, I wish I only had 3 washing machines. It was every summer. It was so ridiculous. I was so tired of it. Oh my gosh. I better not, if my washing machine breaks this summer.
Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Be fine. I think growing up, I think we had the same washing machine like the whole time. I don't think it ever changed. I think it was years. Parker, moths. Okay, so I can run down and grab the package. There are pheromone traps that you can get that will let you know if there's a problem early on because it attracts the male moths. And so even one's in there, it does not mean you have a full infestation yet because it attracts them pretty well. And then you can do like a cleaning and stay on top of it. And it breaks the life cycle because all the males die and then it breaks the life cycle. So I'll go grab the package and show you, or at least so I can be able to tell you the brand. Are you in Canada, Parker? Because I at least know they're here. I order them in. If they don't have them in stock, I order them in at Home Hardware. I just ask them to get them, and they'll get them for you. So
I have one sitting right here.
Yeah. And so that's one thing I try and switch it out. Try and switch it out like every 3 months. We put them around the store too. Luckily we don't have problems at the store ever, which wherever the real wood is, everybody knock on it. But it will let you know if a problem is going to start. Vinegar kills the eggs. So when I was going to talk about this when we do the stash part, but vinegar will kill the eggs. So whenever I go through my stash, I take whatever bin and stuff that they're in, and I just use paper towel and vinegar, and I wipe the whole bottom and wipe the sides, and that's what I clean it with, so that if there was anything in there, the vinegar will kill the eggs. Um, People will say the freezer, it's not cold enough. It might slow down the life cycle on them. Heat is what's going to kill them if you have an actual infestation. You can put them in like a black garbage bag in the back of your car on a summer day. Cook your sweaters and your yarn and stuff. It will be gross. It will be gross. Like open that, it's all like sweaty and stuff. But that's only if you find you have a problem. And if you keep on top of stuff, well, I shouldn't say that. You can definitely get an infestation if in the right circumstances. But it's I just like I toss my stash regularly. Like by toss, I just mean move it, like take it out, look at it, and that's basically why we're going to put stash on this make along thing. I want you to pull out your stash, no matter how big, even if you're not going to do anything with it, just move it ball by ball, double check some stuff. You don't have to if you don't have any signs, you don't have to do too much. I'll find some pictures of what the I'm going to use the word cocoon, even though that's probably, it's not a chrysalis. It might be a cocoon. I don't know. The little, they make those little cocoons where they change from the larva to the moth. And it looks like a little piece of paper. Basically, it's made out of stuff that they are eating. So sometimes it has colors or something in it. And I'll probably be able to find it online and post some pictures to the group. But yeah, it's just this little tiny, like they're small, right? So it's just this little tiny, I'm just going to say cocoon because I don't know. So if you see anything on your clothes that are just these little, probably a 1/4 inch long and I'm going to say a 1/4 inch long, and then I'm going to say a millimeter or 2 wide because I'm Canadian and I like to mix my measurements. That's a warning. If you find one of those, send me a picture and I'll let you know. But I don't think you have to be too fearful. Just keep your eye out. And if you see a small moth in your house, they're the silver ones. They're paper thin. If you swat one, it disappears. It's really tiny and they're really fragile. The darker ones are usually still small, tiny little moths. Are usually pantry moths. I don't know if anybody's I had pantry moths once. That was a nightmare. They're usually brown. The clothing moths are a silvery color. My comments haven't been moving. Okay, back to one of Sarah's comments. Her dryer used to always break. My dryers have always been good, but last week my clothesline broke. I don't even know how old it was. It was from the previous owners, and it goes out to a big walnut tree out in our backyard, and it's where it joins the walnut trees, probably 15 to 20 feet in the air. And we've never had to do anything with it for the 10 years we've been there. We've never had to do anything, but it snapped. My husband put clothes on the line and it snapped the other day. So after the winter, it probably was just too brittle. So now if my dryer does break, I'm going to have to figure out a clothesline. We'll fix the clothesline. I like using it in the summer anyway. So
they did the end pieces. It was just the line that broke, so you could put a new cord on it.
He said it snapped. I didn't actually go and look. I just saw it laying on the ground and I'm like, hey, what happened? But I haven't actually went and looked at it closely to see exactly what happened. I think it snapped and not just where it joins But there might be enough give to just add another join. I don't know. But it's still attached to the tree, so I might be able, I don't know if it would work.
Tree, you should be able to put a new cord on it, because like I was looking, because I have like half of a line in my backyard. I have like one in the tree.
Yeah.
So like I don't know where the other one was attached. Maybe it was attached to the house before they like redid it or something. I feel like you can just get line and somehow join it, but I don't know.
I was wondering, like, because like the broken cable is still up in the rolly thingy. But like I don't know that you could just kind of like attach them together and then pull it through and still get it lined up nicely on it. We do have a ladder. I don't know if it goes that tall. It's on a hill. My backyard's goes on a hill, so like this spot's on a hill, but it should be fine. One of us, somebody else can climb it. I'll hold the bottom. Are you Googling stuff? Yep. Sarah's Googling stuff. The larva and cocoon stage. So it is a cocoon. Look at me. Yeah, it's the larva that eat the wool. Once they're the moths, they don't, but they lay more eggs and so yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, the laundry gods are telling me I shouldn't do laundry, I think is that's what I'm taking from it. Don't do laundry. They can stay in the larva stage for 2 years. That's 2 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nope.
No wonder they eat so much. Yeah, they can eat a ton. 32-foot ladder to trim some trees. Wow. I had an arborist come out last year and trim our trees and cut down a few. I should have. I actually even considered when they were there with like the boom truck and stuff like that, doing something about the clothesline, like maybe putting a new one up. And I probably should have done that, but we'll see. We'll see what. Maybe this weekend I'll take a look at our ladder and see what's happening. Oh wait, what day is today? Monday. Okay, Michael's not home this weekend, so I guess there's other days of the week.
My brother just climbed the tree when he was here yesterday to move the swing over, so it wasn't so close to the tree. He's like, "Do you want me to climb up there?" And everybody else is like, "No, no, no." I was like, "Yep." Climb up that tree.
I can't climb a tree.
No. Right.
No, I forget how many trees we had to take down and then how many we got trimmed. It was the first time I had ever had somebody come out and do it. And we had a few dead pines. It was a lot. There was a lot of trees to come down, and they left the logs there for us for firewood and stuff. And when I had Gio, he was like, "What is that?" And I think that's probably what started him talking about his Uncle Zach and how he can cut down things. He didn't do it right then. We weren't like, but it was later he started talking about it. Can I tell Gio's story?
Sure.
So Gio slept over with me last weekend, and first thing in the morning, we got there late. We got home at like 8:30 or something like that, which is,
wasn't it later than that? Like I think it was later than that.
Did we leave the shop at 8:30 and get home at like 9? The sun wasn't all the way down, and I don't know what time the sun's setting right now, but which is like either way, it was like an hour and a half past his bedtime to 2 hours past his bedtime. And Jillian's was like, he'll fall asleep on the ride there and whatever, or like, you know, you'll have to transfer him in. And no, he talked all the way there. And we pull into my house, and I've got a orange hammock, a bright orange hammock, and I've got a full-size trampoline, and the sun wasn't all the way down yet, so he could see everything. But the animals were all kind of asleep, so he didn't see any of the animals. But yeah, he went and got in the hammock, and then he jumped on the trampoline for a bit, and then we went inside and met all the indoor animals, and that took, I don't know, a long time. My cats have never seen a child before. That was funny. The cat was so funny. She's just looking at him, and she's putting her nose up to him, and she's just like, "What are you?" And I said, "She doesn't know what you are." He goes, "I'm a kid." So anyway, first thing in the morning the next day, he's, like I said, he didn't get to see any of the animals. First thing in the morning, I knew he was like waking. I could, tell he was moving and gonna wake up. And he goes, "I think you have roosters." And I said, "Yep, I do have roosters." And he goes, "Roosters mean it's up time." And he was up. That was it. It was 5:45, which is not when I get up. It's not even when he gets up normally, but he heard my rooster, and roosters mean it's up time. Away we went.
And it doesn't help that, yeah, it's like all bright and.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be in trouble because I don't have blinds in my bedroom, so well, no, I don't anymore. I used to tend to wake up with the sun. Now my body's like, yeah, you don't really have to pay attention to that. So, yeah, so he was up early, to bed very late, and up very early.
But you got so much stuff done that morning.
I did. I had done all sorts of stuff by 6:30 in the morning. It was a good day. Because I'm not a morning person, and I'm definitely not a get up and move morning person. So
I don't think I ever will be. I hate getting up in the morning. Even with him, even when I'm supposed to get up and he wakes me up just before like the alarm goes off, I'm like, no. We slept until 8:30 this morning. He came into my bedroom before 7:00. And when I looked at I was up before that. I woke up before that, but when I looked at the clock again, it was 8:30. So he must have finally caught up on his sleep from the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was really cute. He had to check out everything in the house. So we walk in, I've got 2 little dogs, and they're all excited. They haven't seen a kid that small in a long time. We haven't had a little one over in a long time. And they were super excited, and the cats were just like, "I don't know what you are." And then we have rabbits, and so he was excited about the rabbits. Rabbits don't care about kids whatsoever, but he was excited about the rabbits. And then the birds, and it was just all the things. I don't know why we thought he'd go to sleep. My house is a petting zoo. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a new place, because I was like, well, when he was at Angie's, it was he was fine, but he also was there before bedtime, right? And he wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it was past bedtime, and he had never been out to my house before, and it was just excitement. It was fine. He was fine. But yeah, he was up early.
Silly boy.
So what's everybody working on? We've talked about everything. Have we talked about knitting? A little bit.
Anybody? Is anybody casting on anything new for Jess and Allison's shawl along?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zach, you said that. Is that which sweater is that? Is that the new one with these things?
Oh, these are fun things. The new one with these things?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. That
Zach's
doing
for Max and Knitter, I believe is what he said.
the gold star.
Oh, okay. But must because he
Short rows on the love note. Quarterly sock club. Yay, Allison. Can't wait. I'm really excited about the next one, Allison. For the sock club. Hello from Hamilton. Vertices Unite shawl. I haven't done that one yet. We have the Vertices Unite baby blanket here at the store, and I really, really like it. It's really nice. You're designing a baby blanket using double knitting, like not the weight double knitting, not DK weight yarn. You're doing double knitting. I have a double knit blanket as one of my whips. We'll see what happens with that. Let me know, Denise, if it's like actually double knit. A baby blanket, a blanket. Look at all the blankets. Ripple crochet blanket.
I want to do some double knitting.
Wow, that's cool. You're designing a double knit blanket. That sounds hard. Can't wait to see it. I'll have to go check it out. Bluebird blanket. I want to see what the bluebird blanket is. Distractions. I know I said this 2 weeks ago when we were on here that I wanted to start stuff. I really want to start things.
I love starting things.
Me too.
I do have a shawl that's in my whip pile that I will restart for Jess and Allison's thing because I think I've talked about that a couple times. Started it too long ago now that I probably don't even know where I ended off, and not sure that my tension would be the same anymore. But there's also a new one a customer was in to pick some yarn out, which just takes one skein and a mini, and it looks super easy and simple, but totally wearable and stuff like that. So I want to cast that on too. It'll probably not get fit. It will probably never get finished, but that's okay. It'll be for the next Epic cow now. Did you find the blanket, Jolene?
No, I've lost my train of thought. Noelle, did you notice that the baby sock pattern that I sent you is for worsted weight, not the fingering weight? I noticed that.
Do they have a fingering weight one or not?
There's other ones. The one that we sent for Amble, was worsted weight. It was written in the Cumulus or Cumbria. Sorry, we're both distracted.
The things knitting man, right? Someone was telling me about the knitting man.
Tassels in the sky. That's going to be so pretty. I don't see it. That's okay. Getting distracted.
Easy scarf. Ooh, an easy scarf, ball garter, the Zabber ball.
Oh, that would be nice.
What is the new one that from Andrea Mowry?
Oh, the inclination.
Yeah, that one looks really pretty. I've seen a couple of them started.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last time because I had my Noro for it. But yeah, we've seen a couple in the store now, and they're really fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the shawl knit along. I have whips count, right? I think I have at least 2. That's what I should do.
Oh yeah, you also have one that we pulled out yarn for, right?
And I have that one, yeah. So I'll probably limit it to those 3, but probably not all at the same time.
I have 3 in my whips at least, plus the one I'm working on right now. So 4, 5,
Shawls?
6. Yeah.
You have at least 6 started shawls?
Yeah. 2 of them will get frogged. I'm not doing them. 7. Don't know where that one is though. Yeah, I have 7 at least, if not a couple more. And then I have 2, or at least 1 or 2, one that I want to remake. That's a finished one that I want to remake. So I might cast 2 on and try and finish 2.
Oh, Jess, now I want to make that one. Jillian, step 1, find it.
I have almost all my whips pulled out, so yeah, I have to go through them.
As far as you know. Until you find more.
Sorry?
As far as you know, until you find more.
Yeah, I feel like I have more. And I might have actually ripped one out already. But
Jess, if you say whips aren't allowed, it means I have to cast on new shawls, which just could be fun too. Yeah, the Brio garter shawl looks a lot of fun. That might be. I might cast this one on.
Brio garter. Can you share stuff from your words?
Can I share this? I can share it. Oh, I'm on a different device, so no. Not easily. I can send it to you.
Yeah, that's all right.
I like the shape of it too. Okay.
There you go. Or not. Hold on. Oh, no, add to stream. Can you guys see it? What's going on? Haha. Is that it? The split shawl, or is there another one?
That one. Did it just say split? I think so. Yeah.
That's pretty.
Oops. Did I do that? Did you do that?
I did that.
Hmm?
No, you did it. Put it back.
I don't know how to do things. Yeah, I really like it. And it's another one that calls for spin cycle. So, but like Zauberball, it says fingering, but I might do, I'm kind of obsessed with the Noro right now. So I might do Noro sock. Two balls of each. Maybe not. Yep, two balls of each.
I should find something to make the Stargazer. Is that the one we were talking about the other day from James Watts?
It doesn't, it's not ringing a bell.
That one that Zach did. Sungazer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That like it's like I think it's square in the middle and they go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should pick some yarn and do that because I need more cast-ons. But you know,
I think so.
Maybe you can pick colors because I'll overthink it. I can't cast anything else on until after Jess and Allison come.
Me either.
I have things to finish.
Me too. I have things to attempt to finish. So I am trying.
I am definitely not avoiding my sweater.
We only have a little bit of Zauberball right now. We have some edition 3, which is the sport weight. That just got restocked. But only a little bit of the Zauberball that I ordered came in. And I don't have any of the 6-ply right at the moment. But we have I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 colors of the 4-ply in stock. Tracy, I am loving brioche too. There's brioche in this Marled Magic sweater. I've done 2 or 3 sections of brioche, and I haven't done a brioche project in a long time, but I've wanted to. There's been a couple things I've wanted to make, so it was nice to get a little bit more practice or a little bit more acquainted with it in here. So yeah, I want to make a couple brioche shells.
I like brioche, but it just takes so long.
I don't think it does. I think it goes fast. It's usually on, slightly bigger needles for that bounce. But you like seed stitch, so I don't understand you. I'm doing seed stitch right now. I do not enjoy it.
The Lizzie sweater. I would like to learn how to do both sides of brioche at once. That would be cool. I'm going to look up the Lizzie sweater.
You going to post it so I don't have to look it up?
If I can put things in the right places, yes. Oh, yes, that's the one that I want to make. Hold on. That's by Suzanne Summers. It's just this is the one that I wanted to make. I was talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
I was going to use some Lillian Pine.
Yeah, Lillian Pine's pastels would look really cute in that. You should make it.
It's been on my list for a while. Ooh, maybe like a light purple to go over my purple dress. If I can, I'll bring my dress in. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Too many things to cast on. Not enough time. Not enough time.
Agreed.
All right. First, I will gather all my whips. I will find them. And then I will make a decision. I'll just put them all in the forever project so I can cast on new things and not feel so bad.
Here you go. You touched them. You looked at them.
I touched
Check
them.
check them for moths now.
Yep.
And then cast something new.
I have a feeling there's a couple that I will frog.
I'm going to say if I don't have 20 projects, then I'll cast on. If I have less than 20 projects, I know I have less than 20. That's why I put it so high. Maybe, but I had to go 20 because just in case. It's not unheard of for me to have like 18. So
yeah, I don't remember what your last whip count was when you did your whip parade, but
I don't remember either.
You were, I'm pretty sure you were under, oh, I just ran out of yarn at the, under the 20 mark. How perfect was that? Now I'm going to stop knitting. I ran out of yarn at the very end of my row.
Nice.
Isn't it nice when that happens? Okay, I'm tired of knitting now.
It's probably time for us to start.
But Kathy just got here. Hi, Kathy.
Oh.
And it's
hi, Kathy.
the first time, so we can't.
We can't leave now. Okay. I think that's fair. Hi, Kathy.
Julian, what shirt are you wearing?
Yep. Esther. Oh, there's lace. I don't know how to work the camera. Which shoulder is this? Is it this one? It's
one
this
closest to the door.
Did you see how I had to do that? I'm like, where's the whiteboard? Okay, here. Yeah, it's called Este. It's just like a square, basically, and it has lace on the shoulders. And there is some shaping. I'm going to talk like I know, like I've ever made one, but I did not. But there is some shaping. Right, Noelle? Noelle didn't make this one. Evelyn made this one, but Noelle made our pink one that's downstairs.
I'm wearing, I believe it's just called Ursa by Jacqueline, and I'm wearing it backwards. Because that's how, whoa, what happened? Are you guys still there?
I'm here. I still see people. No?
Okay, my computer's being weird. Okay. Anyway, Ursa backwards because that's how I wear things.
Oh, Ursa. Yeah, I know which one that is.
I want to make another. This is another one that I want to make another one of, but without, like, it's a V-neck in the front, and I find it too low on me. Yeah. So I'd like to do another one where, like, it's just either a little slight V-neck or just no difference, right? Just the same front and back. Mm-hmm. Also, these arms, I'm not sure if they actually are one longer than the other or if they just grew, right? Like, yeah. When I put them back on this morning, put it on, I was like, oh yeah, they're like super long on me. I think part of it grew, and I've never counted the rows, so one could be longer than the other. I just lost my yarn. I'll underneath my chair. Okay. Good thing I have more sitting beside me, and I'll just search for an end on a new ball.
So
I'm at 2 cast-ons, 4 cast-ons tonight. That's how many I want to cast on.
There's 4. Now I want to make a soldotna.
Yeah.
And I want to do that brio garter split shawl. Was there anything else I wanted to make, guys? I can't remember. I like that Lizzie sweater, but I probably won't make it.
It's been on my list for a while.
Yeah. I think like Tracy said, that make it so she can live vicariously. So if you make it, then all of us can just live vicariously.
All right. Then maybe I should let you guys pick my colors.
I'll go pick them right now. I happen to be in the store.
Yeah.
You're going to use Lily and Pine, or can I pick something like right there?
Pick something there. I don't care. Yeah, I want to do the sun gazer. Okay, let's have a cast on party. Sold.
Okay. Cast on party, May 20 something. I can't remember dates. 27th? Is it the 27th and the 28th?
Well, I think 27th is a Friday, I'm pretty sure. So that's knit night, right?
Yeah.
I would like it to go on my purple dress, but it doesn't have to.
Oh my gosh.
We do a cast on party. We'll have to set up the computer. We can do a live.
We can do it live, yeah.
Either on Instagram, or one of us can do Instagram and one of us can do YouTube or something like that. I don't know if there'll be feedback if there's like.
Too close together.
Yeah. I closed it down, but like when I was talking to Katrina about it, we were saying like even if you did the top part, the brioche 2 colors, and then did the body like a 3rd color, could be pretty. But one of those blues that you have there, and if you did purple haze at the top.
That's what I was thinking. I don't
Purple haze and Geek in the Pink. And then blue on the bottom. Or Pink Moon, because that's my favorite.
You don't like it.
I know, but it's purpley, right? If I want it to go on the purple.
This one's very pink, actually. It meets its, in my opinion, anyway. I have a one-of-a-kind purple, but I think it might be too dark.
Ooh, fantasize it. That's a whole nother category. Okay, where's my notebook? I purposely brought my notebook tonight so I can write things down. I need to remember that for every live. I did not leave room for extras on my notebook, though.
I'll be right back.
Fantasize. Should finish having my coffee. I shouldn't. It's too late for coffee now, I think. Ooh, it's 9 o'clock. Can we have a contest and see who can fantasize the most? No, we don't need to do that. But okay, Stargazer. I don't even remember what we're talking. I don't even remember what this one's called that Jolene went to go pick yarn for me. And I want to make the Ursa, which is a quick knit, so that's nice.
This purple with Ice Baby.
Yes. For the top
dress, and then decide what to go on the bottom. One of them could go on the bottom.
I think Ice Baby could go on the bottom, right? Lizzie's sweater. Thank you, Sarah.
I couldn't remember the name.
Yes, those two, and then I think that Ice Baby could just be the base, the bottom of the sweater. Then you just need the two.
You have to see what this purple looks like with your dress before you start.
Yeah. Well, I think that the dress would have been okay with the shirt you're wearing now, close to it. So I'll bring it in tomorrow if I remember. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow.
I have to hang this back up. It's damp.
Okay. Lizzie sweater. Some kind of gazer sweater. Sun gazer. Okay, we're doing cast on party for that. I want to do something by Two of Wands. She has I think they're crochet sweater shawls actually that I've made several years ago when I first started crocheting, and I really like them, but I'd like to do them in new yarn. And this one, that's 4. There's another one that we said too. Anyway. I'm making a mess of this. Nobody will know. Ooh, a darker on the bottom. I don't know, my dress is, okay, now I'm obsessed with it being on the dress, but like black currant could be nice on the bottom, Jolyn.
Mm.
Or almond. I don't know if almond's too dark.
Almond's basically like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the yarn. All the yarn. There's so much yarn. I should show.
Can you do a reverse? Oh no, you're on your laptop.
I'm on my computer. Okay, can't judge the mess, but let's go see this pile over here.
In the shop.
Well, wait, I don't know if we can we see that? Okay, I'm on the floor now. Do we see? Can you tell what that like?
Got lots of winding to do.
And then there's this bin that all needs to be twisted. That's a lot of yarn.
That is a lot of yarn.
Anyway. There's a handful of one-of-a-kinds in there, which is super annoying. So I was trying to get colors done that need to be dyed. And when things don't work out and they become a one-of-a-kind, some of them are great, but I still need to do the ones that needed done, which is annoying.
We'll put some kits together for one-of-a-kinds or something like that.
Yeah.
Depending what they are.
Who was it? Was it earlier? Was it Parker who said nothing was going right at the beginning or whatever? And
I don't know.
I can't remember, but who said it? But that was my first thought was dying. Was like, it was just like, oh, that's not what I was trying to do. And I don't know, it just gets frustrating. Frustrating especially when you have deadlines. Yeah. Will you get any more linen silk? I don't know. Maybe. Where is it?
Other way.
That's all that's left. Again. 6 pink, 2 green, 1 blue, and 3 parchment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess, it's a lot of twisting. My youngest, who's done most of our twisting for the last little while, decided to get another job and has been busy, so it's starting to pile up. So he's either going to have to get his behind in here and get some twisting, or me or Em or somebody are going to have to twist. I almost was going to go live on Instagram today and do some twisting and talk to people, but then I did other things instead, like avoiding the twisting pile.
Teach Geo. I'm sure he could do it. There won't be anything that goes wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had people like suggest getting like a co-op, like a high school co-op student, um,
Oh yeah.
or something for like helping out and stuff around here. But like, I'm sure like with some training and stuff, it would be fine. But like when you don't know yarn and like the
Yeah.
tools and stuff like that, like having them rinse um or twist and stuff. The twisting would be fine. If they hit a tangle, they just need to set it aside and then I will straighten it out. Our twister's great in the fact that it has like like settings. So once you know how you want your skein twisted, you just do it for that many seconds, right? So so you just change the dial to whatever your size skein works to get the twist that you want in it. I get so hot whenever I twist a lot of yarn and very grumpy. Yeah. I haven't twisted a lot of yarn in a while. I my kids usually do it. Like I just do if there's like a certain color or a few skeins of things that need to be done that day and nobody's here, then I do a few, or a few handfuls or whatever. But I don't sit and go through a pile like that. So I could probably show you the twister. I didn't. More linen silk, please. You guys like working with it? It does come in other weights too. We almost got.
Or we could do sport weight.
I think we were going to get sport or DK or whatever. Nope, that does not show it. I should have been able to see that. That does not show it. Oh, and then I not.
If you set it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just angle your.
I might need this stool actually.
Screen down. There you go.
See? So this is my twister here. It's by Skein. It's the Skein Twister. And I'll show you how it works. Oops. Don't have it set to the wrong time.
Nope.
So good. I can show you what happens there, but watch me like try and be funny and show you what happens and then break my fingers or something.
Let's not do that.
So you just make sure there's no tangles in the skein. It's nice and neat. Put it on the hook. And so I have it set to 3 1/4 seconds. And then I've got a pedal like a sewing machine pedal, and I just have to tap it. And I'll tap it and it will count for the 3 1/4 seconds. And yeah. I don't know how to work these cameras. Whoop. There's that one. Try a different color just for fun. So that was the pink one was Hey Girl. This is Birthday Party. Tuck in the ties that keep the skein neat. There's Birthday Party. Beautiful cycle. And so the smaller the skein, the less yarn, the longer you need to put it on for. So I do minis for 5 1/2 seconds.
That was really long.
Forever. See, there's one example why minis cost more per gram than full-size skeins, because everything about them's more fiddly, takes more time. So forever. 5 seconds.
That seemed like twice as long. Okay, 5 seconds is not quite.
It pretty
as
much
long.
was twice as long. It was 5.5 seconds actually. So it was almost.
But that seemed to take way longer than.
I don't know.
Oh, I want to wind some skeins tomorrow. It used to scare me. It doesn't scare me anymore.
I'm like just reading with my head like shoved in the view.
Boo.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be scared of it. Just don't hurt yourself on it. Just don't hurt yourself. All right. I think it's getting late.
Yep. I'm yawning too much. I got a good amount done. I was only like a couple rows.
Nice. I think I got quite a bit done on my sweater too. I just pulled out my sock, but while saying I should go.
Put that down till another thing.
They're dying after 3 minutes. I know. I was gonna say, like, is anybody else's like life like just like flying by? Like, I feel like as much as we just said those 3 seconds, those 5 seconds felt like forever. It's May 16th, people. 2022. Like, what? I feel like, you know, every time I open my eyes, it's like it's garbage day again, and it's this again, and like time is just flying by.
She totally could have, Tammy. She totally could have.
See, I was gonna do it earlier today, and I kind of thought about doing that while we talked. I don't know how annoying the sound would get the whole time, but I also thought about dying while we talked. Yes.
I wonder if you put your headphones, like the ones from your phone, in, because it would have like a noise canceling microphone, if it would minimize some of that background noise as you talk, right? Like, I don't know. I'll try it sometime.
I'd have to do it with like. I'd have to do it with my earbuds, because I wouldn't want the dangly cord attached to something with that twister going.
Well, and it wouldn't be long enough with anyway.
Yeah.
It's not the time of night to be thinking about this.
Not the time of night to be thinking. That's correct. Yeah. So I think it is time to wrap up.
Good night.
And for me to head home. Yeah. Did we cover everything? Is everybody going to go look for their whips this week? Or over the next 2 weeks anyway?
Yeah, I'll put a new thread up on Ravelry if I remember in the next like 5 minutes when we get off of here, because my memory's not good. I'll put a new thread up for the challenge for Find It, where you can post in there. The other ones are all up already. Maybe I'll start a Fantasize It thread. People can put all the sweater patterns or patterns and everything that they're thinking of. Inspire, or I don't know an F word for inspire, other people to continue fantasizing about new things.
Zach knows where they all are. Do you know how many you have, though? I'm excited to look through that thread. Please go post, at very least, post your total number, and you know, if they're all just staying as whips, that's fine. If you're going to frog stuff or whatever.
Yeah, if you tally
That's
things
what
up.
we're doing, but pictures would be fun, especially if you don't have your projects on Ravelry. Pictures would be fun. Oh, Sarah suggested making like a pile. So if you are uh, a lots of whip person, pile them all together, and like then we can take a picture at the end. I have a feeling that I've been craving casting on so much that it doesn't even matter if I finish a bunch. My pile probably will be somewhere near the same amount because I'll probably just be casting on. So yeah, so go find your whips. Not tonight, go to bed. Or what time is it? People don't go to bed this early, do
Only
they?
20 after. I was debating going to bed now. It's a little early.
It's dark out now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive home, but yeah, go find your whips this week and post to the Ravelry group, and then we'll check in again in 2 weeks. Can I eat dinner first? Barbara, are you in BC? I think you're in BC. You can eat dinner
Oh,
first.
I'll finish eating my dinner. That's a good idea.
Even if you're not in BC, I tend to not eat until this time of night either sometimes. So yeah. You get like 3 more hours of the sun. Enjoy it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home.
Have a
Thanks
good
for coming
night.
out, guys. It was fun. I enjoyed getting knitting done again. I'm actually really liking these ones. I'm actually knitting, so it's great. So yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks and see Full Moon Fibers next Monday. Right? You guys are still filming next Monday. Somebody text me, Jessica. Text me while you're setting up. I like logged in like minutes before. They're like, "Oh, well, we should go." Like, I think there was a little bit of a tangent and a little more talking, but like literally, pretty much the first thing I heard out of their mouths was like, so I was like, "Oops, missed that again." And there was again no reason. I could have been watching, just bad memory. So, yeah. So thanks everybody. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.